Welcome to What's the Matter Coaching, where we talk about what's the matter with you, what is matter really, and what's the matter with the world. Questions that lead you to your truest self. While we're here, our main purpose on being on this planet as human beings. So today's topic is, you are not crazy. It's time you know.
And,
wake up call.
And the way that we're going to go ahead and expand on the subject is that we're going to start having a normal conversation between us.
3 different perspectives, all talking about the same thing.
Yep, all talking about the same thing.
I mean, we are rolling.
So we're all talking about the same thing, and we have 3 perspectives to then define or give meaning, right? Now we're all going to give meaning, give it a shot of what it means to be crazy, or what is this idea of craziness.
What is craziness?
What is craziness? What do we usually conventionally categorize as crazy?
Well, I guess you would have to visualize the color spectrum first,
okay,
to even consider knowing what crazy is. So if you ask somebody that is blind, are you crazy? They're going to look at you like you're crazy.
So Omar, I really like your example you were giving about the light spectrum. The fact that through all these colors, I feel like you mean that with all these colors, there's so many expressions, so much culture, so much meaning that we can get lost in. There's so many things that we can tune into as individuals that, in the sea of colors, they can become overwhelming. What color do we want to choose? Which color do we want to express in regards to all these ideas and things of life? And so it's our choice then. How colorful do we want to be? But then look at our world. The fact that in this ordinary world that we live in, that we call society, there's so much ordinary that when it's time to then do something extraordinary, we might be deemed as crazy. But only because of such limited possibilities within the box of our reality, of our society. But beyond the boxes, beyond the walls of the boxes that we choose to believe in and stay stuck in, we then start to see more of the universe, reality, infinite potential and possibility. What is some type of crazy that you've experienced in your life that you remember? Or have you ever felt significantly crazy?
Yes, I have felt significantly crazy because when I'm in the process of accepting who I am, it comes to my consciousness, all the things that I know that I'm capable of, and then I try to jump onto one into the other, and it's like I try to jump, and I know that I have to take calm and go through the process until I get there, until I get to create.
But it's like
that.
You face the future, basically.
Yes.
Right? You face the experience of what you're after.
Yes.
Instead of actually facing or embodying the experience.
So, and that used to drive me crazy. Yes, it used to, and I say used to because it wasn't until the days that I decided, and it was like, whoa, is if you don't accept yourself, you literally can go crazy.
Yep, accepting yourself, a big portion here, because a lot of the times, due to us not wanting to accept something or a version or a perception or understanding of reality that's valid, since we don't accept it due to our own belief systems, it causes us to feel crazy. Why is something this way? Oh my goodness, this cannot possibly happen. Not being able to fathom a certain outcome.
Why? No, and not having the answer for questions. That drives people crazy.
Not having the answer to
like
questions.
Trying to answer a question, why this is happening, why this is that, is pretty harsh on yourself.
But let's talk about also, now talking applicable to the human existence, to all of us. When we call someone crazy, right? Or when we categorize all these people as crazy, can we talk about the real meaning here? About crazy, because I feel like we throw that word around a lot.
You don't know what you don't know. So just by saying that another one is crazy, probably is you not opening your own perception to see beyond or try to see what that person see, and not closing yourself to say, oh, I am right, because that comes from the ego. That's the personification. It's like, I know everything, you don't know nothing. And when you think that you know it all, you know nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing. So essentially, when we assume that we know everything, we end up in a spot of not understanding what's happening and not realizing that crazy is not crazy. You see, you'll never realize that crazy is not crazy if you're not even interested in what's beyond the crazy. We're so quick to judge that something's crazy and we don't want to look beyond it. We don't want to understand it. So then how are we ever going to understand what's actually
we just
not
point
crazy?
and judge with the finger. That's crazy.
The human
that's crazy.
consciousness essentially judges and points.
And it's from human, how they say, how it says this book that I read, Conversation with God, to...
What is it called, the book?
Conversations with God. It says it's from humans to love, then hate, and then love again. And when you see that...
stubbornness.
Yes, it's like you see and you point, you're judging, you're hating, but then when you see that person is like, oh, or that being, when you really get to feel them, you see that is
And that picture was more vivid.
that picture was
And that it wasn't just as simple as crazy, it wasn't just as black or white as crazy, that there was a deeper meaning, a deeper understanding. And that crazy is not crazy, no matter what you're going through, there's a higher understanding that we can then participate in.
Yes. So I think that we can leave them with that. There's something more that we want to expand in this concept.
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
Can I see your license and registration?
Of course. Why? What did I do?
Sir, please, I need you to step out the vehicle.
Alright. I'm stepping out the vehicle. What did I do, officer?
Sir, I need you to look at the grass.
Okay, I'm looking at the grass.
I fucking love you, dog.
And so
I'm fucking with you.
And so that's a perfect example that we can give to the audience in regards to what we categorize as crazy. You see, this random scene of what just happened, how are you perceiving that? Where are your connections coming from? How do you interpret all of these random functions that he's doing? If we don't know his origin point, we don't know where he's coming from. We don't know if that person, that consciousness, that being is healed or unhealed. We're unaware of this person's inner world. Yet we go around calling everyone crazy and giving all these meanings to people. When there's much more to understand. There's much more dots to connect that allows us to read the larger book, the larger scale of reality.
Yes.
When we're then informed.
And when we judge the energy that we send, you are sending that to yourself. Because who is the one who feels the feeling of anger, that feeling of judging? Us. And do you feel that you are, or do you believe that you're intelligent enough to let go of that and to say, you know what, I love me so much
That you can love
that
everyone else.
I can love everyone else.
No matter for what color they're expressing. No matter what picture they're painting, what behavior they're expressing. But knowing that each person has a significance because each person was created, and that's significant.
Wow.
Let's all team up together. Let's understand things for what they are. Let's then unveil, let's reveal that crazy.
Let's use
was
words
never crazy.
up until no words.
Up until no words, because that leads to realization. When there's no more words to be said, because things are then realized. There's nothing else to point to with words as a tool, to pointing to the truth of what is here and now. As a collective, we all see observation of what is happening. And there's only awareness to be increased to then understanding what is always happening within any reality. Understanding in the moment of the now, not assuming with the mind that something might be or not be, but that something is.
Assumptions drive people crazy too.
Assumptions drive people crazy.
You're creating there.
This is the wake-up call.
Mirror gazing as well drives people crazy too.
Looking at yourself in the mirror, what do you see?
Yeah.
Who are you as a human being? Have you asked yourself that lately? Who are you without your name, career, family and friends and social status? Because he's looking at the camera, she's looking at the camera, and I'm looking at the camera. And we're all here and now.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at my rear view mirror, and I've seen dogs passing by just having fun, joy. And I guess I am a part of the video, of this crazy experience.
Life. We're all part of each other's puzzles. No matter what's happening, he can enter my puzzle at any moment. Right now, another person could come into this frame of reality. And that might seem crazy. Another person in this freaking video. Yes. And so another bird passes. Another breath is taken. Life is happening. And whatever happens, it's still life. Whatever happens is still valid. It's worth understanding and discerning and uncovering a greater truth that's beyond the surface level assumption and meaning of craziness. Thank you for watching. Welcome to What's the Matter Coaching. Finding out what's the matter with you. Who are we? Am I really crazy?
What does really matter?
What does really matter?
I come in peace.
What does really matter?
And what's the matter with
the world?
The world, because by finding out what's
Because the
happening
matter,
with you, you find out what is matter, and then you find out what is happening with
the world. Because the world looks pretty crazy, right? Surface level, observationally. Now, why is that? Well, if you ask yourself, what's the matter?
Never mind.
And you say yourself, never mind, you might be here and still enough to see clearly where we're all coming from, the true origin, and where's the true solution? Human consciousness. Unlocking our truest selves. See you in the next video.